Hello and good evening, guys, and welcome to this live session. And yes, I am yet again with a winner, with an achiever, whom I'm going to introduce to all of you. And this time, not a CMA final qualified student, but a CMA Intermediate qualified student. Again, a rank holder. Yes, many of you have demanded that, sir. We want to meet an AIR from CMA Intermediate. So here I am with an AIR from CMA Intermediate. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to this live session. Please confirm, am I audible and visible to you? क्या आप मुझे देख पा रहे हैं? क्या आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं? Please confirm कर दीजिए in the chat box. Good evening, everyone. So yes, keep your questions ready. Keep your queries ready from this AIR CMA Intermediate All India rank holder, because he's really going to be rocking good. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you properly. Great, guys. All right. So, yes, guys, in today's scenario, when even qualifying examination, that to both groups given together, is a tough task at this stage, if someone gets an all India rank, and that to all India rank 17, it is genuinely a big deal. It is genuinely a very big achievement. And yes, a proud teacher presents before you a student who has really seen no boundaries when he's doing hard work. When he's really working hard, he sees no boundaries. Sky is the limit for him. He's absolutely focused, and I have seen him achieve pinnacle of success in many spheres of life. He's absolutely focused. He's not distracted, and he literally obeys everything what a teacher says. So I call him a teacher's delight. So a student whom a teacher would love to teach, whom a teacher will really be interested in teaching. That kind of a student is Shree Charan Pulijala. So guys, a round of applause for Shree Charan Pulijala. Shree Charan, many congratulations on achieving this big milestone, All India rank 17 in CMA Intermediate. How does it feel?
Thank you very much, sir. And good evening to everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Uh, and the feeling was actually quite surprising, sir, because I didn't expect a rank, but everyone in my support system expected, including you. So I got a call from my friend. He congratulated me for the rank. That's when I saw the rank list and I confirmed that I got a rank. I just saw the result. Both groups were cleared, and I was satisfied with that. Later on, I got to know about the rank, and the feeling was good. Family was proud, and my friends were also really happy. So, and my principal was also happy. So, most importantly,
Wow, fantastic. Amazing achievement, Sri Charan. And now every one of us is really eager to know what are the ways, what are the methods that you had employed in your studies. How did you study for theoretical and practical subjects? What was your time schedule like? And what are the essential ingredients that helped you achieve this All India rank?
yes, sir. Firstly, I would like to divide the strategy into two parts, sir. First thing is the classes part, and then the revision part. So generally, students get stuck at the classes part, and they may take a lot of more time than expected to cover the syllabus, which results in less revision.
Hmm.
So my strategy has always been to cover the maximum possible classes as much as possible. And once the time is near, say 2 3 months are left, and you're left with a lot of classes, I would suggest to just plan with an ABC analysis, because the pattern of the CMA examination is quite beneficial to the students, because students get two options, and that's actually very rare, because even in my CA examination there was only a single choice. That was a theory question, so marks also weren't guaranteed in each subject.
Hmm.
This is an advantage to all the CMA students. Even if you plan according to the ABC analysis and go confidently to the examination, you can clear it. So clearing is granted there, but the further strategy, sir, I would like to say, regarding the classes itself, I would suggest students to cover the classes on the same day itself. For example, if I have covered accounts and law classes today, by the end of the day, before I go to sleep, just a 10 to 15 minutes of quick revision. And the
Hmm.
next day when I wake, 10 to 15 minutes of quick revision. So there's two revisions at that point of time only. And the
Hmm.
concepts are easily to remind, especially for subjects like law or even auditing. This helps a lot, sir. And one more thing is that spending too much time in classes may also hinder the self-study part, sir. What I have
Yeah.
observed from my seniors and from others too is self-study is underrated, sir. And there's also one more thing regarding the classes. So generally students opt to prefer classes by a CA faculty or a CS faculty. If the faculty teaches good, it's quite okay. And I've also taken few subjects from CA faculties. But one important thing to consider is to go through the ICMA study material at least once.
Correct.
Just not to rely upon the institute material, the coaching institute material, and going for the ICMA material also. So that if
Hmm.
there are any topics uncovered, you can cover them at that moment itself. That doesn't create a panic scene in the during the examination also. And when it comes to revision, sir, I've opted a
Hmm.
simple strategy. So if 2 months are left for revision, I have
Hmm.
planned at least 2 or 3 revisions to be done. Because the main problem when it comes to the CMA examinations, which I didn't face in my CA examinations, is that when you attempt both the groups, the exams are daily. You
Correct.
write the exam 2 to 5, you come home and you can't even rest for 1 hour properly, then you have to start the
Correct.
next subject. So within those 2 to 3 revisions, I have prepared a summary notes for each and every subject. The summary notes should be within 70 to 75 pages so that on the exam day or even before the exam day also, that notes is enough for coverage. And
Hmm.
there's also one more strategy I opted for the revision, sir. That is a simple strategy which I have got from my mother. So
Hmm.
it's like I have noted down all the study notes from the ICMA material in a piece of paper.
Huh.
So paper for financial accounting, there were, let's say, 13 chapters, and paper 6, there were 15. So I have jotted them down on a piece of paper. I have counted the total number of chapters and the number of days available.
Hmm.
So if I had 1 month for one revision, what I planned was within those 30 days, I have to cover those were roughly around 150 chapters. So at
Hmm.
least 5 I should cover every day. Few topics may
Hmm.
be big, few topics may be small, and few may be of medium size, but I have to cover them. So I have gone through the ICMA study material, and also I think revision lectures were helpful, sir. On YouTube,
Hmm.
there's a lot of content available, and that's sufficient also for revision
Hmm.
purpose.
Great.
And by that, the revision went smoothly. And after the revision, one more thing I have adopted was going for the scanner, sir. So
Okay.
generally, the scanner which was available, this Shuchita Prakashan ones, I felt
Yes.
they were a bit too lengthy. There are a lot of questions asked from 20, 30 years ago also. So just 1 to 2 weeks before the exam, I have gone through a page, CMA Junction. So
Hmm.
she was also a qualified CMA. She's also a qualified CMA. She provided scanners for each and every subject. I have purchased those scanners, and most importantly, on the exam day, sir, I have ensured that all the MCQs which she had put in the scanner, I have to go through them once. All the match the followings, fill in the blanks, whatnot. Because
Hmm.
one key observation was that the 30 marks paper, the 30 marks MCQ and the objective part is quite predictable than the other paper. And you can score at least 25 out of 30 in this part. And you may rather not be too much worried about the descriptive part also. Because what I have observed was in the past examination, the fill in the blanks, 5 out of 5, or even the true or false questions were ditto repeat of the previous attempts.
Yes.
That also helps. And if I remember correctly, sir, in your audit book, you have included a scanner at the end. You have included key points to remember. Those helped a lot because I took some more time for company audit on that day, and auditing went quite easily. Around 2 to 3 hours is what I took for revision that day because of the KPTR.
Correct. Amazing. So you talked about those 8 days when you had to give the examination daily. How did you manage time during those days? How what did you study? What did you not study during those 8 days?
Yes, sir. So if I can be frank, so in subjects like cost accounting or Yeah, primarily cost accounting and law. So in law, there was industrial laws, which I was not familiar with. So what I have adopted was I went through the revision notes, which were available on Telegram and WhatsApp, all those. I went through the notes. I have prepared my own summary notes well in advance during the revision part. And it was only self-study for industrial law part. So I
Hmm.
have covered it just basically so that even if I can take a choice in industrial law, I was perfect with the company law. So I had made these arrangements in each subject based on the paper pattern. Even when it comes to cost accounting subject, there's a theory topic on cost accounting standards. I just remember the name of the standard for the MCQ point of view and left the chapter for choice. Because
Hmm.
theory may not fetch the marks in the examination, especially a practical examination, I thought it was
Hmm.
better to avoid that. At the last minute
Hmm.
revision, if I go through a new topic, I might even lose memory of the previous topics as well.
Correct.
And there's also one more thing, sir, that I had summary notes prepared. So I went through only my summary notes, and too many materials may also cause a problem, sir.
Spoil
For
it.
each subject, at least two or three books, at most, two or three books are sufficient. One is the summary book, one is a scanner or a question bank, whichever you have, and one is the faculty material, which you have referred. So I planned accordingly. And during the exam days, sir, honestly, I felt a bit stressed because this was not familiar to me. Attending exam one after the other, especially a professional examination.
Correct.
And the syllabus was also humongous, especially for a paper like law. It was quite stressful, but I was only keeping this in mind that after these 8 days, I can spend a week or two to relax myself. But these 8 days are what I have got. And thankfully, my support system has been very good, sir. My parents, my sister, my friends, they've all helped me throughout this. And even my mentors, I'm grateful to them because a proper support system made me, a proper support system has enabled me to get this rank.
Perfect. Great. So you always undermine your efforts and you always give credit to others. This is your old habit, which I've known since the time I've known you. This habit is yours. But yes, guys, Shishan is really a humble guy, and his humility is his biggest asset. And his decency and his hard work has really been the winning strategies for Srichan. So, Srichan, if I were to ask you three important points that if you take care of, then you'll definitely secure a AIR in your CMA Inter. And I also want you to talk about how to keep yourself away from distractions like social media.
So, three primary things I would like to say is number one is consistency. Number two is preference of self study over classes. And number three is going through the past papers and past MTPs, RTPs, and all those. You need not
Hmm.
cover a long list of MTPs or RTPs, but the quite recent ones are enough, sir. The recent ones are enough. And at least 15 to 20 marks one can expect from those on an average.
Perfect.
Not guaranteed,
Yes.
but on an average.
Yes.
And
Social media distraction. How to keep away from social media.
social media distraction, it's common for everyone. So this is the Gen Z,
Correct.
and everything is linked to Instagram or Telegram. Uh, Often there were
And I
days
see
when I
you
used to
also quite active
uninstall.
on Instagram.
Yes, often there were days when I was active on Instagram, and often I used to uninstall, but I used to get bored, and after 10 days, I used to install it. This happens with all of us.
Yes,
The only
this
thing was
happens.
I set a time for everything, sir. Even during the exams, I think 5 to 10 minutes I referred Instagram, but that was just after the exam on the way to home, and after that, I
Ah,
just put the phone away. So once you have a proper time for everything, if you allocate 10 minutes for social media, that's enough because
hmm,
maybe
hmm,
10 minutes of relaxation to you also, in my
hmm.
opinion.
Correct.
So that's what I did. And after I was done with the time, I was strictly onto the books and onto the revisions. So that helped me.
Perfect. Great. So the last question, which I can see repeatedly coming in the chat box, is for how many hours you studied daily?
Sir, honestly, I prefer quality over quantity, sir. And
Ah,
as you know, I have already cleared my CA Intermediate way back. So I was a lot familiar with the topics, and around 70% in each subject was already covered by me.
correct.
So as I was also attending office, it took me around daily 4 hours That was the thing for us. For 2 months, I studied for 2 months and daily for us because I was familiar with the subjects. I could do it, but for the normal student, I would advise 8 hours a day, sir. But again,
Hmm.
quality is better than quantity. Even if I spend 14 hours a day, if I don't utilize it properly, then
Correct.
it won't be correct now, sir.
Correct. Absolutely. So amazing, Sri Charan. These were really good tips, which students, I'm sure if they follow this, they're definitely going to score well in the upcoming examination. And for you, many congratulations for achieving this victory, this milestone. And may you repeat this history in CMA final as well. Welcome to CMA finals. Let's get ready for the next big thing. And yes, CMA final is going to be one notch above CMA Inter, absolutely, because CMA final syllabus is vast. Technically it's really challenging and it will have a toll on you, but I'm very sure with your calmness, with your consistency and hard work, you're going to rock it. So all the best for CMA final. And now I'll pray that we'll meet again on this channel after CMA final, and this time all India rank in single digit. That is what is aim for all of you, and may you achieve that aim in the upcoming examination.
Yes, sir. With your support, anything is possible, sir. And one
Great.
more thing I would like to inform the students is that Nikhil sir comes up with revision as well as exams before the attempt. So I think even the test series are started for June attempts, I guess.
Yes.
So those test series are helpful because you can cover revisions and at the same time you give a test, and those test questions are also based on the previous attempt questions which Nikhil sir has compiled. So that will be helpful a lot. That helped me a lot because I kept those PDFs in saved messages, and on the exam day I
Oh,
referred those also
great. Awesome.
for practice and for confidence primarily because those questions are enough. There's no need to cover 20 to 30 items of past year questions and all, sir.
Correct. Perfect. Great, Chicharan. Thanks a lot for sparing time. And once again, wishing you all the best for CMA finals. Do well. And let's start the preparation for CMA final as soon as possible. And let's pray and hope
Yes.
that you get similar result in CMA final as well. All the very best.
Thank you very much for your support, sir.
Okay, bye bye. So, guys, this was Shree Charan Pulijala for all of you. A very sincere, a very hardworking, and a very committed student. Which I know I have really interacted with him a lot. And yes, the commitment, the sincerity shows off somewhere, and that is where Shree Charan has shown his commitment and sincerity. Today, he is in front of you as an All India rank holder. I'm very sure you must be inspired by his story and by his techniques, which he has followed in his examination. If you follow the same technique, I'm very sure you are also going to rock the CMA Intermediate attempt. And yes, I'll be back with more such winners, with more such achievers who have made it big in CMA results of December 2023 to inspire you, to motivate you, and to give you tips which will really be helpful for you in the upcoming examination. On that positive note, all the very best and happy studying. Bye bye. See you in the next session.